Hey guys, this is Corey here with A Solar. Today we're going to go through a power cycle of your SolarEdge inverter. This happens to be a slightly older unit, but the basics of a SolarEdge inverter have not changed in years. Some do not have a screen, some are a little taller, a little thinner, but the mechanics down here are pretty much the same. So the first thing we do is a little toggle switch down here. Currently it's in the on position. We're going to turn it off, and that's going to actually shut down the top section. Once you hit that button, you're going to wait. You got to wait 30 seconds at minimum, and we're going to get to step 2 here in a second. All right. Next step is this big black knob in the middle here is currently in the on position. We're going to turn that off. Some cases you will have a breaker in your panel. Some cases you'll have a disconnect switch here. In this case, we're actually going into the panel. So your solar should be connected to the bottom side of your panel here. So in this case, we're just going to hit that switch, and that is it for shutting down the system on the inside of the house. All right, so now that we're outside, we're going to do the same thing with the DC disconnect. This is going to be on the outside of your house, somewhere near your existing utility meter. It should be just a regular old on-off switch. There are times where it might be in a small panel next to the meter, but either way, you're disconnecting the solar coming off the roof into the house. So we're going to hit that. And again, we're going to wait 30 seconds before doing anything else. All right, after 30 seconds, just the same switch going right back up. Back inside, same equipment here. If this is your first time turning on the system, you're pretty much taking it from here. We did shut the system down to show you how to actually power cycle the system in the event you had to restart the whole thing. A lot of times when you receive PTO and the first time you're turning the system on, the outside disconnect, the part we just flipped on, is sometimes the only thing you have to do. Most of this equipment can be left on after inspection. It's a little different every time. We never really know. But here's how we're going to turn the system back on. So right back to the original breaker, right? We're just going right back down the line the same way we shut it off. Going to flip that on. Going to come back to the main system here, and we're going to turn this big off switch back to the on position. We're going to wait a couple seconds, and this toggle switch is the last piece of it. We're going to take this and just pull it right back into the on position. It's going to go through a 3 or 4 minute wake up cycle, and then your system will be live. If you actually listen while this is booting up, you'll hear the relays clicking as the thing is becoming activated within a couple minutes. So the inverter is still waking up. On the older units, you'll actually see it on the screen. It'll tell you exactly what's happening. The newer units, you don't have this screen, but you do have the LED lights on the right here. So you'll see the green blinking. That means it's still waking up. It's trying to establish communications. And then if you ever see this red one, the fault, that's the no-no. If you see that one, you want to give your installer a call, and we'll figure out what's next. On the newer units, you still have these same 3 lights, but they're down here. They're underneath between these 2 units, and they're kind of tucked in the back. And there we go. On, solid green, and this system is producing electricity.